get into Indy.
Sorry,
so I
Jack.
mean, it definitely could be. If it's not the Colts, it's going to be the Titans. So I mean, the other two teams in this division are the Texans and who is it, Jags.
This is truly the AFC South mouth this year. Total butthole.
Right. But so with the Colts, another team that's has had some pretty drastic changes. I mean, not as far as like in as many places of the Titans, but when you change the quarterback, that's always a big move, and you're going from Carson Wentz, who's been very up and down the last 4 or 5 years, to Matt Ryan, who has. Some people say he's fallen off. Some people, I also, it could have just been the offense he was in. I think a lot of people just think that the relationship and the time of him in Atlanta, he just needed to change. And this is the change. I mean, he is stacked. Matt Ryan comes into an offense with arguably the best running back in football right now, easily the best running back in football last year. And he's got a receiving core of, Michael Pittman, who is an up and coming savage. Paris Campbell, kind of falls off after that, but Mo Alley Cox is nice.
I like Alex Pierce.
Alec Pierce is nice.
Rookie, right?
He's a rookie, so we'll see.
Third round?
I think Alec Pierce will probably take over Paris Campbell at some point. But yeah, Michael Pittman is a savage. I mean, the kid's a young stud. So he's coming at so Matt Ryan's coming into some offensive weapons here, and they're. Jack is totally right. When they've come through, they don't win shit. They never live up to anything.
No doubt.
But I think what were you say?
Did you peek that wide receiver 7?
Who is it? Go down.
It's Kiki Kuti.
Oh, Kiki Kuti. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Remember when he was like, he was the number 1 waiver wire ad,
dude.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When,
the Jags, right?
No, Texans.
Houston.
It was the
baby.
Yeah, it was the Texans.
Oh no, you're right. He was.
Yeah, it was after that whole wide receiver group had fallen apart to injuries.
Everybody's like, he's the guy that
I will always remember him just for that. I wonder. I hope he makes the team just for some fantasy relevance again.
Me too.
Sorry, I get ADD
for sure.
when I see names. It's like I'm so fantasy driven all the time. It's like I see something like that, I'm like,
me too. Yeah. That's my boy. I mean, I Kiki.
He had like one game where he put up like 35 fucking points, and everybody was like, "This guy's the truth." I'm trading everything for him.
Yeah, guy just can't stay on the field. But I think that with the Colts, I think they have a more mature guy at the helm, and I think with with Matt Ryan being there, I think that this could be the guy that keeps their composure, doesn't kind of fall off midway through the year. He's going to win games that Carson Wentz lost. And then the defense obviously is disgusting. I mean, we all know that they're nice on the line, both sides. But defensively, I mean, DeForest Buckner is a savage.
We've now got the name change.
They've already got the name change. So later on, I guess we could just talk about it now.
Yeah, you got
Darius. So we got our boy Darius, who is now the artist formerly known as Darius Leonard, now goes by his middle name Shaquille. So Shaq. So now we've got Shaq Leonard. Out of South Carolina State.
I can't lie. That sounds pretty.
You guys are wondering who that is.
Shaq Leonard does sound, yeah. I mean, and he is a savage, dude. Look at him.
Yes, he is.
He's a scary guy.
And if you didn't know who Darius Leonard is, you don't watch football enough. This guy is,
probably the best linebacker in football.
But definitely the best inside linebacker in the entire. Yeah, but he's incredible. I forgot
they got Yannick and Goku too. I mean, so their line is nice.
One thing I was going to mention about their quarterback situation, which I think is good for the Colts long term, is that Nick Foles is the backup this year. And I'm not saying that Matt Ryan and Nick Foles are like, the exact same guy, but I think if Matt Ryan goes down, it's like you're not changing the playbook. So I think if anybody in this division is set up to deal with adversity, especially losing their quarterback, I mean, the Titans would absolutely be fucked. The Jaguars would be absolutely fucked, and the Texans would be absolutely fucked. So if you're looking at a strength in their roster, I look at the quarterback position. I mean, Nick Foles, say what you want about him. He won a fucking Super Bowl.
Hey, BDN,
how much gas does he have in the tank? He's only 33. Matt Ryan's 37. So, I mean, I think
whatever gas he doesn't have in the tank, he's got somewhere else. Don't you worry. He's got nuts of steel. So
Yeah.
and a big donk. So
I got a question here. I really do.
uh-oh. I think
Oh,
he heard us talk about big dick Nick Foles and decided he needed to get on in here.
yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Literally, we're literally talking about the girth of Nick Foles right now.
That's the most important part.
We're talking about whatever energy he's lost at 33 years old, he will reach down and find in his big
That's
dick.
what- Yeah, he should have never been a Super Bowl champion, but he found that veiny, girthy championship material down in his cockles, and he made it happen. He can do it again.
And now it's enshrined in statue forever.
Forever.
That's right.
It's a bronze fucking Thor hammer. So
The second most important statue in Philadelphia, second only to Rocky.
Yeah, and it's a close second. So,
Very close. Joe Frazier has to take third.
So for everybody, obviously we are just now been joined by Stuart. We already told them earlier that you weren't here, obviously. So now we had mentioned your absence, but now we're here. We're a foursome once again.
Here we go.
It's been a minute.
Okay, I have a question. Yeah.
Let us know.
What position do the Titans undoubtedly have better than the Colts?
I mean, that's a
Offensive line as a whole.
Offensive line as a whole. Okay, I will give you that. I think you can make an argument for running back, definitely. I mean, I like Jonathan Taylor, but
defensive line.
With Jonathan Taylor, who was severely underrated on the new Madden.
Facts. True.
Yeah. Hey, but speaking of new Madden, just a quick fact, it has nothing to do with the AFC South, but Josh Dobbs has the highest truck rate of any quarterback in Madden, the new Madden game. Josh Dobbs.
Really?
So 2 days ago, he posted a video or a picture on Twitter of him like at camp, and it was like his legs looked shredded. He was like never skip a leg day. And then 2 days later, like 3 days later, the rankings come out, and he's like 4 points ahead of anyone else as far as trucking. And he was like, "I told you, never skip leg day." But anyway, back to Madden.
It's incredible.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs, baby, let's go.
Of all quarterbacks.
I just look at these rosters, and there's not really a whole lot of positions that I think Tennessee undoubtedly beats what the Colts have put together.
Can we pull up schedule?
Yes.
Well, I think so. Here's where I think it comes down to what Jack was saying. Like, I agree. I think that the Colts are a better team than the Titans, but they every year, like Jack says, I said, I do think that Matt Ryan could change that this year. But I think that it comes down to schedule. It comes down to who, if they win these close games, and then as far as just like, do they actually perform to their full, ability?
Absolutely.
They haven't won a game in Jacksonville in 6 years.
Who hasn't? Indy hasn't.
Indy hasn't, dude. They fucking lost that game, that last game of the season. That game they lost to not go to the playoffs. They haven't beat the Jags in 6 years at home.
Dude, that's actually crazy.
Look, Matt, you got to fix that.
Hasn't Matt Ryan only played in 2 systems, though?
Yeah.
Is he good at making those kinds of adjustments, especially first-year adjustments?
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking London Jaguars, you can't beat them, motherfucker.
yeah, dude. Yeah, that's actually crazy. I did not know that. But so who knows?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit like that, it could be a huge. I mean, now you're playing in a division with these dudes, so it's like, who knows? I mean, obviously, starting off against Houston and in Jacksonville, that is a very good start on paper. But if they go out and smash Houston and then lose to Jacksonville, and then you got to play Kansas City, then you got to play Tennessee in a division game, then you're playing Russ in Denver, and then so it kind of starts getting slippery.
You guys don't understand
quick.
the wheels fall off week 2 when they lose in Jacksonville for the 7th year in a row, and
that's what I mean.
Like that doubt sinks back in their head, and they just fucking shit the bed for 4 weeks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They go out there and they just kick the shit out of Houston, and then they blow it in Jacksonville, and then now you're looking at 1-1, and you're looking at these next 3 games or 4 games on your schedule, going, "Fuck," we're right back in the same position we were. Who knows though?